Looks interesting. Let's go ahead and see each of these components, what they are telling us. First, let's go to the purpose and see what purpose L'Oreal has. For over a century, we have been dedicated to one sole vocation. That's a good way of creating the determination. So what is that sole vocation they have? Creating beauty. That's really a powerful way of conceiving a purpose and then sticking to the purpose. Okay. The mission, create beauty that moves the world. Again, there's a whole lot of this creating, and then they are kind of defining their, you can say, business or a territory or area where they are catering, in this case beauty. A vision, we create beauty. Again, we create beauty for and around people. So again, they're trying to bring the people component as we help to build our shared future. There's a kind of collectivism and community aspect also reflecting in the vision. It's important to know these finer aspects of brand building as a student. The more you try to do a mapping and understand these finer layers of brand building, the better it is. What are the goals? Our goals is to offer each and every person around the world the best beauty in terms of quality, efficiency, safety, sincerity. So again, if you see set up these 4 attributes, what they really stands for, and brands having a strong conviction is important. Let's look at the brand USP, or a big idea. Innovation through research and technology. This is interesting. So of course you have to do research to innovate, and they are bringing this technology component in it. That's quite interesting, because technology kind of enables efficiency, and of course it helps you to innovate better, and so on and so forth. So you see most of their advertisements, and many a time they talk about what is that new thing they are introducing in their product and how that is going to benefit your skin or hair, beauty aspect. And they are always talking about how they are taking advantage of new technology and how it is enabling them to achieve some of the goals. Okay, so L'Oreal is one of the leading company to create beauty and skin products, of course. After extensive research and infusing technology at affordable price, inspired from their founder, who was a researcher. This is sometimes works fantastically for a brand when, if your founder has got some credibility, especially it works very well. And fashion brands, fashion houses, most of them are set up because the owner himself or herself is a fashion icon or fashion designer. So it started with their name, and then it became famous luxury or fashion brand. Another very important component of brand building, which is brand positioning. Again, I see that high quality, trendy, and luxury. And L'Oreal is somewhere it touches in the middle of each of these 3 attributes. It's kind of difficult to say many a time, because a category or product might fall more towards a luxury. Some items or some categories might fall towards more quality, as some of catering to the trend. So there will be certain deviations, but at large, if you look at L'Oreal as a brand, whenever I say L'Oreal, what comes to your mind? Of course, it's quality products, because of their innovation or using technology to innovate that keeps them updated and trendy in the sense. Here the trend is not just aesthetic trend, but being with the time, using the new technology or new research. That is also part of a trend. Of course, the luxury quotient comes very evidently with L'Oreal most of the time. Let's look at the brand design part, as we clearly see that there is always two parts to it. One part happens to be brand strategy, another part happens to be brand design. So by now, we kind of gone through the vision, purpose, a big idea. All of this, you can say that it's a strategy bucket, and this side, you see manifestation of your strategy is all about part of a brand design. And mainly, there are many aspects. It changes category to category, but mostly there are several brand elements which are part of the brand. Of course, the logo itself. One interesting thing you guys can notice here, L'Oreal Paris. Why they mention Paris? What could be the reason? I think we need to figure out what could be the reason. There might be a whole lot of literature around it, why they intend to mention the Paris. So one is identity play a huge role, the color of identity, the way they show identity, all of them kind of become a brand element. Sometimes even the genre, if you look at L'Oreal, especially their packaging or their retail, they follow a minimalism or a minimalistic design and much more direct and clear communication. That is also part of a brand element. So you can mention the minimalistic approach to design and design communication and direct communication, all of that. Another is a brand communication, all their advertisements talking about their product and services and so on and so forth, their offers, their digital presence to their regular TV ads or TV commercials and print ads and outdoor advertisements. The last component here, you can clearly see this is all about packaging and other touch points, and especially in perfume and in luxury items and makeup, packaging play a huge role. And L'Oreal always uses a minimalistic, direct communication methods and methodologies when they are designing their packaging. And another huge touch point for the brand is their retail and how they create that retail experience and how they showcase their products. The culture they create in the retail environment also play a huge role. So I see that we could talk about the retail culture, retail display, what are the unique way L'Oreal developed over a period of time in their retail. All of them also play a huge role in brand building. So you can go deep in and try to see the several aspects of brand building, and then you can experientially experience that. Hey, why I feel about this brand, what I'm feeling because of there are certain aspects this brand is doing fantastically. Henceforth, the decode of the brand is absolutely bang on. So I think there is a good amount of decode has taken in this particular mapping, but I see there is a good amount of decode can happen, needs to happen to strengthen one's understanding. Like as I was earlier talking about brand elements, what other elements like minimalism, direct communication, no nonsense, always talking about a bit of a technology and what is that new research, new introduction they are doing. And in terms of communication, just show a few more communication pieces wherein they're talking about the new research and technology, how it is bringing or helping to enhance the beauty. So likewise in a retail, what are those culture they're creating in the retail environment, how they're displaying things, what are the new techniques they are using so that consumers are getting more about the brand and they're understanding brand much better and they are finding it much more interesting. So those are a few aspects. If you strengthen in this mapping, I believe this is going to be interesting analysis. Thanks for sharing.